This week, thousands of Australians will hit car yards across the country in search of a new set of wheels. But bagging the right price can be tough, especially when you're dealing with those sneaky salesmen and their dodgy ideas.
So how do you avoid being ripped off? Well, executive car broker Adam Hall has the secrets, and he joins us now to explain. Good morning to you, Adam.
Yes, good morning.
Firstly, let's talk about how difficult it can be to buy a car at the right price.
Well, it can be very difficult. The odds are stacked against you, and one of the terms I often use is that it can be as difficult as beating Rafael Nadal on clay. Everything's against you, you know, the dealership, the salesperson, everybody that's there.
It's like going to a casino, really, isn't it?
The odds are certainly stacked against you, and that's certainly been used before. So it can be tough because, you know, new and used vehicles are different. You need a different strategy and different research in order to make sure that you get the right deal.
Well, what's a common mistake that people make when they go to buy a car?
Well, look, I've made this mistake, and you may well have been down this path yourself. Walked out to have a look at a motor vehicle, came home with a contract.
Yeah.
You know, the contract's there, the deposit's been handed over, and too little too late, you've entered into a legally binding contract. So you probably should do a lot of research before you go out.
Yeah.
Or the important thing is, if you're going out to have a look, take somebody with you that's not emotionally attached to the transaction, so they can sit there and say, David, pull up, mate, you're going a bit quick here. You promised me you wouldn't be buying today, we're just looking.
Yeah. Actually, one of your points too
is... Don't touch me, this is my car, I love it.
Is don't sort of do the deal based on the finance. And I think a lot of us do that, where we think, oh, we're going to get a little bit off in terms of an interest rate, or we'll make the repayments over a longer period of time. We all do that. It's wrong, isn't it?
Oh, look, it's certainly wrong. It's a very, very good question. It's got to be said. Look, I've spent 10 years on that side of the fence, working for the dealers, lining their back pockets. Now I'm using the tricks of the trade, and I've spent longer on this side of the fence helping people like yourself. So one of the best deals that you can do in the car yard is a finance close. Okay, so that is diverting from the sale price of the car, whether it be new or used. Instead of focusing on negotiating the discount on the car, you're actually focusing on the repayment structure. So, you know, they'll often sit there, you know, a young man with his girlfriend, and they'll wind him up a little bit by saying, you can afford $140 a week, surely. You know, and you might sit there and go, yeah, of course I can afford $140 a week.
Yeah.
So then you're talking about a repayment structure, and what that means for them is they can increase the term of the loan. They can increase the interest rate because it comes within the $140 a week. And then they often use terms like, look, for as little as a cappuccino a week, what they mean is if you stretch your budget by an extra $4, then they might walk you up to $124 and make more money out of you.
Sure. So you're not getting a deal if you're doing it in relation to the finance?
Look, the purchase price of the car and the negotiation needs to be on the car itself. Focus on the vehicle, negotiate the best deal on the car, and leave the finance completely separate. So even if you're considering financing the vehicle, the salesperson doesn't need to know. It's irrelevant. We'll look at that option down the track.
Yeah. Dodgiest thing someone's ever said to get somebody to buy a car?
Oh, look, the dodgiest thing. Look, I'll tell you something funny. When I work, this time of the year, you'll see it a lot. You know where they put the Hessian bags around car yards? Yeah. They're main events, OK? That's the main event. So you'll see it a lot this time of year, and what that means is they're trying to move stock now before they turn 1 years of age.
Right.
Because every vehicle will celebrate its first birthday on December 31. Right? So they've got to move stock now before fresh stuff starts arriving. Right. So in this main event, have you seen a cash cube? You know, where you walk in and you grab the cash?
These guys do that.
Exactly.
I see these guys.
So in the car dealership, in the main event, and they had a cash cube, OK? So you have everybody sitting in the showroom negotiating their deals. And on the microphone you say, OK, ladies and gentlemen, David's about to step in the cash cube, make him welcome. So everybody gives David a round of applause. Woo! He pops in the cash cube, he grabs all the cash, and you're counting it out, they're going $500, $600, $675. That's a new record for the day. Everybody give David a round of applause. So everybody gives David a clap. Yeah. He's pumped. Everybody walks past, says, well done, David, you've done a great job. Then what they do is they say, look, just take the cash off him. So then they take the $675 cash off you and say, mate, we've just got to put that back in the cash cube. But here's a voucher for the $675. Come with me, we'll show you how you spend it.
On a car?
Then you go to an aftermarket division where they say, look, this is protection products for your car, and they start from $2,500. So that's as dodgy as it gets, mate.
So for more free independent advice on buying a used or a new car, log on to privatefleet.com.au. Adam, good to see you.
Thank you,
thanks
Adam.
very much.
Rip-off merchants.
When we come back, the very latest from the Nine newsroom. Plus, it's no secret